Am I the asshole for exposing my best friend's affair to their spouse? I thought I was doing the right thing, but now our entire friend group has imploded on me. I've been questioning my decision every single day since everything fell apart. At first, it seemed so black and white, right versus wrong, truth versus lies. But now, with our friend group in tatters and my best friend refusing to speak to me, I'm haunted by doubts. Was it worth it? Did I really do the right thing? It all started innocuously enough, as these things often do. I was over at Claire's house, my best friend since college, for our usual Friday night hangout. We'd been close for over a decade, sharing countless secrets, tears, and laughter. But that night, something was different. Claire was distracted, her phone constantly buzzing with messages she was quick to hide. "Who's blowing up your phone?" I teased, trying to lighten the mood. "Oh, just work stuff," she replied a little too quickly, her cheeks flushing. I didn't press further, not then. But over the next few weeks, her behavior grew more erratic, missed calls, canceled plans, vague excuses. It was unlike her, and I started to worry. One evening, I decided to drop by her place unannounced. Maybe I could cheer her up, or at least get her to open up about whatever was bothering her. But when I got there, her car was gone. I let myself in with the spare key she'd given me, intending to leave a little note. That's when I saw her laptop on the kitchen table, open to a series of messages. Curiosity got the better of me. The messages were between Claire and a man named Mark. They were explicit, filled with flirtations and plans to meet up. My heart sank as I realized the implications. Claire was married to Tom, a kind and loving man who had always treated her like a queen. And Mark wasn't just any guy. He was married too, to one of our mutual friends, Sarah. I felt a wave of nausea. This wasn't just some random affair. It had the potential to destroy two families and our entire friend group. I wrestled with my conscience for days. On one hand, Claire was my best friend. On the other, I couldn't stand the thought of Tom and Sarah being kept in the dark, living a lie. I tried to talk to Claire about it first, hoping she'd come to her senses and end things before it got worse. "Claire, I know about Mark," I blurted out during one of our rare meetups. Her face turned white. How did you—" "It doesn't matter. What matters is you need to stop this. You're going to hurt so many people." She looked away, tears welling up. "I know, but it's complicated." "Complicated?" I snapped, my frustration boiling over. "You're cheating on Tom, and with Sarah's husband no less. How is that not clear?" Claire broke down, sobbing, but refused to end the affair. She insisted she was in love with Mark, that they were meant to be. I left, feeling more confused and helpless than ever. Weeks passed, and the situation didn't improve. If anything, it got worse. Claire was more secretive, and Tom started noticing her absences. Sarah confided in me that Mark was acting distant, and she feared he was having an affair but didn't know with whom. The guilt of keeping this secret was eating me alive. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore. I decided to tell Tom. He deserved to know the truth about his marriage. I invited him over under the guise of needing help with a project. "Tom, I need to tell you something, and it's going to hurt," I began, my hands shaking. "Claire is having an affair. With Mark." He stared at me, disbelief and pain etched on his face. "Are you sure?" I nodded, tears streaming down my face. "I'm so sorry, Tom. I wish it weren't true." Tom was devastated, but he thanked me for telling him. That night he confronted Claire, and everything exploded. Claire accused me of betraying her, of ruining her life. Tom moved out, and the news quickly spread through our friend group. Sarah was next. I couldn't let her live in the dark any longer. She was crushed, angry, and heartbroken. Mark denied everything at first, but the evidence was undeniable. Their marriage crumbled overnight. Our once tight-knit group was shattered. People took sides, arguments broke out, and accusations flew. Some blamed me for interfering, while others were angry at Claire and Mark for their betrayal. Friday night hangouts became tense and uncomfortable, and eventually, people stopped coming altogether. Claire refused to speak to me, blaming me for the end of her marriage and our friend group. You had no right, she spat during our last confrontation. You think you're so righteous, but you're just a meddler. Claire, I didn't want to hurt you. I wanted to stop you from hurting everyone else. I pleaded, but she wouldn't listen. Now, months later, I'm left to pick up the pieces of my own life. The friends who once filled my weekends with laughter and support are gone. Some have slowly come back around, understanding my reasons, but the damage is done. The trust and camaraderie we once shared have been irrevocably damaged. Am I the asshole for exposing my best friend's affair to their spouse? I thought I was doing the right thing, but now our entire friend group has imploded on me.